Hello, troublemakers. Are you ready to receive some really good advice? Well, unfortunately, you've come to the wrong place. This is going to be Dylan's lukewarm advice. This is another anonymous submissions video. I did one a little while ago about people's secrets. You really weirded me out. But for this submission, I asked you if you needed advice, come to me. Let me know your problem, and I'm gonna try to solve it. I am very excited to see what your submissions are. First submission, how to stop fucking your cousin. I really want to date my cousin publicly, but I'm scared. Should I? Jesus Christ, man. No! God damn it, no. I have a crush on you. How would you prefer a girl to approach you? Great question. I received a lot of submissions where people, specifically girls, they don't know how to approach a guy. And I have good news. You don't have to try too hard. Because guys are traditionally the ones that approach the girls, when a girl approaches a guy and hits him with a compliment, the guy's ego swells. Because he doesn't get compliments ever. He's always the one trying to craft compliments. Wow, your eyes are so pretty. Your nose is so petite. I don't know. I'm a great flirter, you can tell. What do you like about me? It's your petite nose. That's what does it for me. One thing is super important though. You have to be direct. I'll tell you a little story. When I was in LA, I went to a bar with a friend. And I was going up to get drinks, but it's a busy night. The bartender's on the other side, so I was just gonna wait for him to come back. He's kind of going back and forth, right? So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I get bumped into. I look over, it's this short little girl. Petite nose, beautiful. She's looking another direction, and I'm not gonna make a scene. I think she just bumped into me by accident. It's a small bar, it's kind of crowded, so I just look back at the bartender. And about 30 seconds goes by, I get bumped again. This time a little bit harder. So I look over, and this time, the girl's looking at me. Now, most people would understand she's kind of trying to send you a sign, like, hey, pay attention to me, maybe start a conversation. But in my head, as a dumb guy, I think, wow, this girl's so klutzy. She keeps bumping into me. She must just not have great coordination. So I give her one of these. I was like, just polite. And I look back to the bartender, I'm like, hurry up and get over here. People keep bumping into me. So understand that if you're gonna approach a guy, a lot of us, we're dense. We're stupid. So make sure you're direct with your intentions. Best advice for college. I would say don't go. Yeah, sometimes colleges end up just being scams. So you go and then you graduate and then all of a sudden they just close. You know that's the thing? So yeah, I'd say don't go to college, man. I'm a 19-year-old female turning 20 this year. I'm still a virgin, which is fine, I know. But I feel an immense pressure not to have sex, but to not be a virgin. There is so much talk nowadays about how virginity is just a concept, but this is coming from people who have already had their sexual debut. I am, first of all, scared that I will never have sex. And second of all, I am terrified that whenever someone wants to have sex with me, it'll be terrible because I don't know what I'm doing. And the older I get, the more I feel like this is an experience I should have already had. Let me tell you a little secret. The good news for girls. You said in here that you're scared that you will never have sex. Let me just tell you a little secret as a girl. Even if you're just like an average looking girl, if you go up to any guy and tell him, I want to have sex right now, no strings attached, will you have sex with me? 8 out of 10 guys are going to say yes. Right now, let's go. Yeah, I had meetings planned and stuff, but no, I can put it off. Don't worry about it. Women tend to be more selective with the people that they're gonna have sex with, so don't worry about never being able to have sex. You pretty much can have sex almost whenever you want it. Let me tell you something though. Being a virgin is not bad at all. I understand the societal pressure. People are like, sex is all about, putting yourself out there. It's liberating. It's all that. But there's also something to be said for abstaining and holding off until you find someone special. So I say if you don't want to have sex, then you should definitely not have sex. I mean, Swex. Shit, I'm getting demonetized. Just found out I'm gay, but I'm homophobic. Why? Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
No, why are you homophobic? See, that's the thing I don't understand. What harm is someone being gay to you? There's no point in being homophobic, especially if it doesn't affect you at all what someone else does, who someone else loves and wants to have sex with. Swex. Fuck. So my advice to you is drop the homophobia. What is your number one piece of advice for surviving college? I would say to drop out. That's how you survive it, is by giving up on it altogether. Because what's the point of surviving it if it's just gonna close anyways after a couple years? My neighbor roped me into constantly babysitting for her, and I'm too nice to say no without a valid reason. Help. My advice to you, say no. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's so important to create boundaries for yourself, because if someone can take advantage of you and they know that, they're going to keep taking advantage of you. I've been on the verge of, it feels that nobody cares about me. I have no motivation to take care of myself. I always try and make people happy, and I always think I'm happy, but truthfully, I hate everything. What's worth living for? How do I regain my motivation to do anything? There's a lot here. Number one, I don't think you hate everything. I think you're kind of getting in your own head. You don't hate your favorite TV shows, your favorite music, your favorite people. But my advice to you, and I got a lot of messages. In fact, the whole reason I wanted to do this life advice instead of romantic relationship advice, which is what I had planned, is because I constantly get messages where people watch my videos when they're feeling sad and down, and it helps them cope. I kind of wanted to tackle this a little bit more directly. And my advice to you is, instead of focusing on like, how do I get happy? Focus on making your life better by like 1% every single day. So today, for instance, what can you do that would be like a good, healthy decision for you? Maybe it's just something as simple as like, hey, maybe I should eat some vegetables today. Maybe I could like physically get healthier. So that's the one thing I have to do today for myself. But beyond like physical health, also you can get 1% better, at your aspirations. What do you want to do? You want a better job? Do you want better relationships? Take steps, just little tiny baby steps. So it looks like there's a giant chasm like of unhappiness. There's a chasm, and then happiness is over there. It's like, how do I get over there? It's just this big gap. It doesn't have to happen all at once. You don't have to spend a full day doing everything that you don't want to do because it just kind of feels overwhelming. So just take baby steps, make a little bit of progress each day, and then build on it. Compound. Little bit of steps, and all of a sudden, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, wait a second, I'm happy. Penis. Thank you, 4623, for your submission. Bring cat back from dead. Be serious. You want some serious advice? Witchcraft. My problem is that I procrastinate a lot. Do you procrastinate? And if so, how do you stop/overcome it? I do have some advice for this. I'll give it to you later. Is gay okay? Yes. Your sentence structuring, not okay. I'm in grade 12 and about to apply to college, but I really don't know what to major in. Major in not going. That's a major W. Okay, so right now I have a huge issue. I want to fuck my dad, but everyone thinks it's weird. How did we get here? I used to just watch movies, and that's what I did. And my life was so easy. And now I'm here listening to you tell me that you want to have sex with your father. Dear Dylan, I am starting high school and I know you old and may not remember it. But what should I do when I start high school? Like, I don't know what to do. Well, I'd say the first thing that you should do, my advice for you would be to respect your elders. Because if you don't, you're gonna find that an elder is gonna stick your head into a toilet. Flush. Swirly, bitch. God damn. I took a girl on a date once and I accidentally dropped a condom from my wallet while trying to give her some cash for the food. And she thought I thought she was a prostitute? How can I make it up to her? You think you're slick, huh? You think you could tell me my life stories and I'm not gonna recognize it, huh? Well, guess what? Guess who was able to take that date on a second date? Me, bitch. Every time I clean my room, 2 days later, it's already a mess. Like books and clothes and random stuff all over the floor, and a pile of random things I don't use but can't seem to throw away is formed on my desk. It's bad. I also don't know how this happens, considering I never get up from my bed like ever. But I need help because my room has the only big mirror in the house. So every time my parents come to check their outfit, I have to hear them complain about not having anywhere to step and calling my room a garbage area, and it's getting annoying. One of the most attractive traits, and I don't mean attractive in the sense of like romantically, although it is attractive in that sense, but just any relationship that you can have, whether it be a coworker, boss, family, friend, anybody. One of the most attractive traits is accountability. You have none. You're acting as if you just lay in bed and there's just a cosmic event swirling up all the stuff in your room, and you're like, why? Why do I bother cleaning it if there's just gonna be a tornado that just magically strikes my room and only my room every 2 days? It's not a cosmic event. It's you. Clean your fucking room. Shit, I am late, but whatever. The advice. Dylan, you're 30 already. Get yourself a girl. I bet your mom already said that to you, but like, dude, we're not that hard to find. I am not seeking advice here. I don't know if this is advice or a personal attack here. I don't... How do I break up with my girlfriend, whom I hate? I don't have advice for this one. It's just funny. Well, first of all, thanks for doing this. And also, can you give me advice on how to be less scared of what people think of me? When I was in high school, there was a teacher that one day was like trying to teach us a lesson. And I learned. So good job, teach. They said, look at the person on your left. What was that person wearing yesterday? No one in the class knew. Everyone's like, I don't know. You're so focused on yourself, and you think that everyone's going to be paying attention to you like you're paying attention to you. But that's not true at all. People barely care about you. Only a specific amount of people are going to be invested in you to really like judge you on a day-to-day basis. I am 18 years old and about a month away from moving to my very own apartment for the first time and beginning college. I am absolutely terrified of becoming an adult and dealing with all the strings attached. Any advice? My first piece of advice would be to drop out of college. You don't know if it's going to be open in a couple years. I remember when my parents dropped me off for my first day of college, it was into an apartment. It wasn't into dorms because my college didn't have dorms because it was a scam college. Did I ever tell you guys the story? I remember my parents dropped me off. We got like Domino's pizza. We ate together and then they went home. That feeling of like loss, there's like an emptiness to it. Like you're all alone now. It's scary and there's nothing I can say or anyone can say that's going to prepare you for that feeling. But I will say that that night I went to sleep. I woke up the next day and I felt a little bit better. Like I still felt it a lot. Like there's no one around anymore. So that feeling, it's there the second day and it's there the third day, but it lessens each time you go to sleep. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, I'm so happy I am on my own. And it's going to be okay. After a couple days, you're going to end up quite enjoying it, I think. That is going to wrap up this life advice video. If you take some of this advice and your life gets worse, I take no culpability. I am 0% responsible. However, if your life does improve based on some of this advice, then I am responsible entirely. You're welcome. See what I'm talking about with accountability? Thank you for watching. I had so many submissions, so many good submissions that I could talk about, but I'll keep it concise. I'll also make another prompt in about a month. We'll do relationship advice, but I wanted to keep this more focused on just general life advice, and then next time will be relationship advice. Because yeah, man, I understand a lot of people are going through a lot, and I just think hearing something in this video, maybe that sparks something in you that can turn it around. Or if there is nothing that sparks, maybe this video is at least a little bit entertaining and it took your mind off the bad things for a little while. Whatever the case may be, I'm glad you watched. I'm very grateful for you. And yeah, I love you guys and I will see you next time. Toodles!